I caught my husband talking to someone on the phone every night after I go to bed, saying, "I love you too." For 2 weeks straight, I heard Ryan whispering on the phone around midnight. I'd pretend to be asleep, but my heart was racing every single time. He'd sneak out to the kitchen thinking I couldn't hear him through our thin apartment walls, but I could hear everything. "I love you too, sweetie. I'll see you tomorrow." Then he'd quietly come back to bed like nothing happened. My mind went to the worst places. Another woman, maybe someone from his office. Ryan worked late most nights at the accounting firm downtown, always coming home exhausted and barely talking to me. We'd been married 3 years, and things had gotten routine, sure, but I never thought he'd cheat. The way he said "sweetie" to whoever it was made my stomach twist into knots. I started checking his phone when he showered. No suspicious texts, no dating apps, nothing. His call history showed outgoing calls every night around midnight, but they were to a number I didn't recognize. I even Googled the number, but nothing came up. The calls lasted exactly 5 minutes each time, like clockwork. By week 3, I was losing my mind. I couldn't eat, couldn't focus at my job at the dental office. My coworker Janet kept asking if I was okay because I looked like a zombie. I started staying up later, pretending to read in bed, waiting to catch him in the act. But Ryan would just wait until I turned off my bedside lamp, then sneak out 20 minutes later. One night, I decided to follow him. When he tiptoed to the kitchen, I crept down the hallway and hid behind the corner. My hands were literally shaking. This was it. I was about to hear my marriage fall apart in real time. Ryan was standing by the kitchen window in his old college t-shirt and boxers, phone pressed to his ear. "Hey there, beautiful. I missed you today," he whispered softly. My heart completely shattered. But then he said something that made me freeze. "Did you eat your vegetables at dinner? Good girl. Now tell me about your day at school." School? I peeked around the corner and saw Ryan's face. He looked tired but happy, smiling at the phone like he was talking to the most important person in the world. "I know, honey. Daddy has to work a lot right now, but I think about you every single day. I love you so much it hurts." That's when it hit me like a truck. Ryan had never mentioned having a kid, ever. In 3 years of dating and marriage, not once. I stepped into the kitchen, and he spun around, face white as a ghost. He quickly hung up the phone. "Who were you talking to?" I asked, trying to keep my voice steady. Ryan sat down at our kitchen table and put his head in his hands. "I should have told you from the beginning. I have a daughter. Her name is Emma. She's 7. My brain couldn't process it." "What do you mean you have a daughter?" "Her mom and I broke up when Emma was 2. She moved across the country for a job, and I only get to see Emma twice a year, but I call her every night before she goes to bed. It's the only way I can be her dad from here." I sat down across from him, completely stunned. "Why didn't you tell me? We've been together for 6 years total." Ryan looked up with tears in his eyes. "Because every time I mentioned Emma in past relationships, women would disappear. They didn't want to deal with a guy who had a kid, even when he barely got to see. I was terrified you'd leave too, so I just never brought it up. I send child support every month, but I kept it completely separate from our life together." I stared at him for a long time. Part of me was angry he'd hidden something so huge, but mostly, I felt this weird mix of relief and heartbreak. Relief that he wasn't cheating. Heartbreak that he'd been carrying this alone for so long. "I want to meet her," I said quietly. Ryan's eyes went wide. "Really? You're not leaving? I thought you were having an affair. This is way better than that, but we need to figure this out together from now on." 2 months later, Emma came to visit for spring break. She was shy at first, hiding behind Ryan's legs at the airport, but by day 3, she was teaching me how to braid friendship bracelets and asking if I could make her favorite pancakes every morning. Watching Ryan with her was like seeing a completely different person. He lit up in a way I'd never seen before.